Hi Virgo, welcome. So Virgo, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to start with the spiritual general messages and then I'm going to go to the you versus them love portion of the reading. I'm time stamping this December because that's when I'm recording it, but my readings are timeless, so I just trust that whenever you find this video, that's when you're meant to hear it. So yes, Virgo, let's get into it. Coming into the meditation for you, I feel tension, okay? So I don't know if there's tension building in the atmosphere. We're in a retrograde right now, so it's always a little bit tense in a retrograde. But whatever you can do to soothe yourself around that, Virgo, would be most helpful to you as we close out December. And interestingly enough, I feel like there is kind of a drag on the energy as well. So I don't know if you're feeling, the specific term I got was drag, like you're being dragged along for some of you, or that there is like a delay maybe in something that you've been waiting on. I'm not really sure what this energy is about. Kind of reminds me of not a stagnant energy, but just like a really slow moving, vibe here. So really interesting. I have two cards that came out there, and it's the card of opposition and the card of Uranus. So this is about how you relate to other people, relationships, how you interact with other people. Sometimes this can be conflict, okay? So be careful with that. Trying to strike the balance or strike the peace within yourself will lend itself to your outer relationships as well, because you have the card of revolution here next to it, which is about breakthroughs, brainstorms, insights, a very awakening type of energy, but it's also very edgy energy. It is very like expect the unexpected, quick changes, things of that nature. So it's also hard to keep your balance when it feels like the situation keeps changing, or the task at hand keeps moving. It's like having a moving target is what I feel like, Virgo. Some of you, it just feels like you're on a merry-go-round, and every time you think you've landed, or every time you think you've hit your target, the target moves. And so this could be in pertaining to business goals, but it could also, again, be pertaining to a relationship where once everything settles, then something else pops up, and it's like a little bit of a game of like whack-a-mole, that game whack-a-mole at the arcades. It's like every time you hit the mole on the head, another one pops up, so it's a really interesting dynamic here, and we're gonna see what this is all about. Let's get some Osho Zen cards. What's that? You have the card of the burden, beyond illusion, and the card of transformation. If I can get it off the floor here. So this is actually Virgo Scorpio energy here. Some of you relating to Scorpio energy. If you have that in your chart, check out their reading. But this is talking about, that sense of obligation, that sense of like, do you need to get something off your chest, Virgo, or off your back? Or does it feel like maybe that somebody's riding your back? Riding your back. So that doesn't sound right. Riding your coattails. Because look at this depiction of this card. This person is literally carrying another person on their back. And even though this is the one doing all of the hard work, this is the one calling the shots. So some of you, it feels like you're doing all the hard work, but yet somebody else, or as it feels to you, something else is calling the shots. So it's a bit of like a powerlessness feeling. Not my favorite energy, but there's something here that's changing that you're going to see beyond the illusion of, right? And I feel like the illusion here Virgo, is that anybody has the ability to control you without your consent. You know, sometimes it does feel like people are like, you know, pushing themselves on us or pushing us to do things, but it is only through your allowance of that can be possible, right? So I feel like there's this message too about like claiming your power back, understanding that you genuinely are the only one controlling you at the end of the day, and that you have the freedom, right, to choose for yourself, even though sometimes it feels like obligations are piling up, or there's some sort of stress here that's maybe burdensome to you. It's just about finding balance in that situation. So let's see what else we have coming through for you, Virgo, as we get into it. So for my Virgos, the Chariot. Ooh, the Chariot. Oh my goodness, all your cards want to come out at once. Ooh, so there's a whole lot of shaking going on, or at least that's the song coming through. Oh yeah. I'm going to show you in a second. There you are, King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. So the Chariot, the Ten of Wands, the Five of Cups, and the Knight of Swords. Let me show this depiction to you. Yeah. So it just feels mentally draining, maybe even emotionally draining. I've been getting this for the collective, okay? Almost all the readings I've done so far. We're in a retrograde. We're at the end of the year. It's holiday time. A lot of people are feeling this type of vibe here. I just feel like you're trying to move forward, but it just, things feel difficult to me. And emotionally, it's really easy to kind of get down in the dumps right now. So be careful with that. Also be careful of drama. You have the card of communication and drama, especially when you're feeling down and out. Like, that's not the time to communicate your needs, okay? Because some of you do feel like your needs are not being met in a relationship, okay? I'm just going to put that out there. Or vice versa. You could be connecting with someone who feels that way. But it's like, and it's all right to express that, Virgo. I would never steer anybody away from expressing what's truly on their heart. But I will say that it probably needs to wait till you're in a better feeling place yourself in order to express that, which is hard to do, right? Because I feel like when you're in the moment, it feels like this is the right moment to say it. But if you're down in the dumps, I promise you it's not going to go as expected. In fact, it may result in drama or conflict, as opposed to understanding and balance, right? So it's not about what you have on your heart so much as it's about timing, Virgo, and understanding good timing when it comes to expressing yourself or expressing your emotions. And when you have so many things going on that are heavy or like too much on your plate, and maybe you're feeling that, it's really not the right time to have like an in-depth conversation about having your needs met, even though it feels tempting. But actually they're saying, well, wait till you get a little bit more balance. Wait till you get a little bit more clarity, because I do feel like this fogginess here. And then, right? And then move forward in that direction. The King of Pentacles, Three of Wands, Queen of Cups is showing up in the heart space. So Virgo, this is about that stability I'm talking about, right? Once you feel that stability and your emotions aren't so up and down, then that's a good time to, you know, talk about things, to look towards solutions, look towards your future. I do feel stability is coming in for you, but It's almost like you have to completely drain yourself before you allow it, or something of that nature. It's like, well, it doesn't have to be that way, but that's the likely trajectory, I guess, of the energy, is that like you almost have to drain your swamp, so to speak, first, and then okay, what else? Two of Cups. Yeah, see, I feel like there's like a moment of regret showing up in the energy, where it's like, I don't want to say like you regret, I'm just going to say what I'm feeling. It's like kind of like feeling like you put in a lot of work on something and you regret it. And I'm not really feeling why that is. Like, it's like a sense of like, I regret putting so much work into this because it didn't pan out or something. Or maybe you feel unappreciated because your needs weren't met, or are not being met. And this could be, again, in the workplace or in a relationship or both. And it makes you want to like start a fight or start drama. So because I'm getting this song by Pink, who's also a Virgo, by the way, and it's the song So What? So what? I'm still a rock star. Guess what? I need you tonight. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, it's a confrontational song, kind of. It's a slightly immature energy as well. So there's that. And I feel this is coming from you, whether intentionally or unintentionally, but it could be coming from someone you're connecting with, like this confrontational, immature energy. But it's actually making my stomach hurt. So I don't know if you can avoid this, or if this is something that's already occurred, or like it's just ripe in the atmosphere, but it hurts my stomach to think about it. Like, I want to move away from it. It's a really icky energy, and you're best to move away from it. You know what I mean? Because you're actually making progression as long as you don't let this get in your way. And it's more so about finding balance here. Now, if it's with a relationship, partner, friend, family, whatever, there's some back and forth, right? There's some like feeling of like being on the fence about this. Even though there's a very strong bond, there's a very strong connection. It's just like, it's like almost like you kind of want to rebel a little bit in the energy. It's like, guess what? I do love you, but I'm still my own person. And I'm a rock star. I don't need you tonight. It's alright. I'm just fine. So what? Yeah, I mean, I can't get away from that. That's what I'm feeling. So just make sure you don't say anything you don't mean, Virgo, because again, if you're coming from a place of feeling drained, it's likely that you may say or do something impulsive or erratic or something you don't really mean, or vice versa. Somebody could be behaving that way towards you, but if somebody's behaving that way towards you, you're still a match to it, which means you're vibrating on a same or similar wavelength, okay? And a lot of times we want to blame other people for our responses and reactions, but the truth is you would not find yourself in a conflicting situation unless you were a match to it somehow. So there's also responsibility here for you to maintain your good feeling space and to not allow yourself to be sucked into that, Virgo. There is going to be a change around the situation. I do feel the dust settles. You know, things are kind of put back into place, right? But there is, again, like, I feel like this weighing things out, this back and forth energy, this defensiveness here. A lot of ego involved as well, so be careful with that. Some of you feel like you need to prove yourself or prove to someone that you don't need anyone else. And that would be your pride, Virgo. And I'm not here to say right or wrong. I mean, do what suits you, right? Like, I'm just telling you what I'm feeling. But that's what I feel, you know. It's like, all I can hear is that song where she goes, na 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 na. It's like your inner child is coming out in the form of pink. Oh, goodness gracious. Like, neener, neener, neener. You can't get me. I don't even know how to give you guidance around this because I also feel a lot of stubborn energy. I feel like you're going to handle it how you want to handle it. I'm just the messenger. Like, do you, boo. Do you. But I will tell you that it could lead to, you know, an outcome you don't really care for in the long run, I guess. But it's up to you to weigh it out. And I'm not even really getting like a resolution or an expected outcome because I feel like this is something that has to play itself out, that you need to feel out, that you need to figure out. And that's interesting because in the Scorpio reading I did yesterday, I was talking to Scorpio about intuition, and the Scorpio energy felt like, oh man, that they had a lapse of judgment or maybe didn't listen to their intuition. And the message I got was that, you know, sometimes that's purposeful. Like, we're not meant to get it right out the gate. Sometimes we're meant to go through an experience that teaches us what intuition is and what it's not, so that we strengthen our own ability to trust ourselves, right? And so I kind of feel like it's a similar situation here for you, Virgo, where it's like, this is something you have to figure out, you know, and there's not one right way to do things, and doesn't seem like there's a very clear direction here, but this is giving you an opportunity to really listen to your emotional compass and utilize that. You know, if something feels off, if something feels wrong, listen to that emotion and pivot your thought pattern or your course of action. And if it feels right, if it feels good, then listen to that and honor that. And this is like, whatever the situation is, it's teaching you to listen to your emotional compass, because sometimes our brain will trick us into thinking like these real negative, nasty, maybe even immature emotions are right. until it all pans out. And then you have hindsight and you're like, actually, I felt right in the moment, but it actually didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to, you know? So like, nobody is more self-righteous in a moment of anger than an angry person, right? Because when you're angry because you feel you're right. It's only after the anger dissipates and things move forward and then that love returns to you, that loving essence of you, that you look back and say, okay, well, I was right on some aspects, but the way that I handled it wasn't right. Because how do I know that? Because it felt awful and it didn't turn out with the expected result I wanted. And that's almost always the case. Anger will fool you into thinking you're right. And I'm not saying what you're standing for isn't right, but the reaction and the energy you're using to handle it with is not going to net you the results that you want. Anger will never net you the results that you want. It is only through processing, healing, and love that will get you the results that you want. And maybe you need that reminder. All right, so the guidance card here is my true success is measured by my alignment. Oh my gosh, and it has the scales on it. This is the scales in this deck, so that's how we started the reading. It says, alignment with source, being inside your vortex of creation, becoming one with the true expanded version of you is the ultimate selfishness. And yes, in that state of alignment, all good things must come to you. Every rocket of desire that you've launched must be fulfilled. True success is not the attainment of things, the achievement of tasks, or the achievement of financial abundance. True success is coming into alignment with you. Yes, aligning with your desires, your clarity, your confidence, your knowledge, your love, who you really are with yourself. So this is just reminding you, Virgo, that true success is measured in joy and love and peace. And that is also called alignment, and everything else is kind of secondary to that. So, wow, interesting start to the reading. We're going to go into the you versus them portion now. So I'll see you in just a second. Welcome back. So Virgo, we're going to go into the you versus them love portion of the reading now. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind it's a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and let's get into it. So you have the card of traveling, and this person has the card of adventure. So might be some travel plans in the future, near future here for you, Virgo, or an opportunity, if nothing else, to explore some new potentials in your life. This person has the card of adventure, which also could indicate travel, vacations, things of that nature. But energetically speaking, it just means that this person is open to new things, to new adventures, to exploring new things. So both of you are kind of in a similar, I guess, energy to start the reading. So let's go into it and see. We're going to look at the recent past and what led up to the now for you, Virgo, and then how you see each other in the now energy and how you feel underneath it all, and most likely outcome. And I still have that song from Pink stuck in my head. So what? I'm still a rock star. I got my rock moves. I don't need you tonight. Sorry, don't click off. I'm done. I'm done singing now. Okay, all right. Recent past, you have the High Priestess, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Three of Pentacles. So yeah, I feel like Virgo, this is you kind of listening to your intuition and relying heavily on that. Which is great, because that's what I was ending the spiritual reading with, is listening to your own emotions, your own emotional compass, and understanding what negative emotion means, right? Some of you, it's just been this period maybe of really just loving yourself and not so much being about other people, more so just being on your own 2 feet and supporting yourself. But yet at the same time, because you were in that space, other people wanting to support you. And that's how it always is. What you flow to yourself, others will also flow to you. So it's like getting into this really good space where like maybe you're loving life or you're loving what you're doing, loving self, and therefore the universe brings you cooperative components in the form of other people, you know, wanting to hop on board with that, wanting to help, loving you, etc. So it's a really beautiful flowing energy that we have coming into this reading. So let's see this person's recent past energy. Let me give this a quick shuffle here. Okay, there I'm singing again, damn it. Okay, the Chariot, the 9 of Cups, let's see. The Star and the 3 of Cups, so beautiful. So I feel like this person too is, you know, moving forward, looking forward to, they're looking forward to so much. Like, I feel like this person is in this space of like really wanting to move towards their own success, towards their own healing, feeling connected, feeling supported. And because they're in this space, I feel like the universe is also bringing them cooperative components in the form of people supporting them, you know, and people having their back. There's a wish that this person is really heavily focused on or has been focused on, and they're actually making progression towards that wish fulfillment. So both of you on a very positive trajectory as we go into the reading. So let's pull it into now and see what how you're seeing this person in the now for Virgo. Knight of Cups. Dang it. I hate the 7 of Swords and it keeps popping out. So some of you, it's like you definitely feel drawn to the connection. There is a desire to give love. I'm getting the song Show Me Love by Big Wild. There's a lesson in this for you, okay? Some of you, there's a lot of commitment potential here, or you are committed to this person for some of you, but there's also something shady going on. What's the 7 of Swords? Oh my God, 2 of Cups. So it's like on one hand, there's this vulnerability here. There's divine timing. There is a lot of potential and or commitment here. And yet there is a false foundation possibly. There is not always the truth being told in the connection. There's a power dynamic showing up as well, or a power struggle here. It's like there's happiness here and there's all of this desire and impulse, but there's also control issues. There's also trust issues. It's a mixed bag, is the best way I could describe this. So it's not like a clear cut anything when it comes to this person. It's actually very almost convoluted and difficult to read. So, wow, let's see this person and how they see you. Ace of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles. The Fool. And the Emperor. So, Sorry, I got the itchies. But I also am stopping to think. All right, so both of you feel a sense of commitment here towards the connection, and or you see that potential, okay, in each other, okay? Or there's a sense of loyalty, okay, if nothing else. I feel like, Virgo, this person, you know, they want to build with you. They want to give themselves to the connection and or work on things with you. Like they're willing to take that risk, but they also at the same time want it to be a calculated risk. Like they want to feel like there's some control that they have over the connection, or maybe just over how they feel. You know, it's interesting because you both kind of see the connection in a similar way, but you have more doubts than this person, or at least in the current moment, there's more going on with the way you're thinking about it than the way this person is thinking about it. It could be that you're hiding that from this person. But take it as it resonates. Let's go into the emotions and see how you feel. Page of Pentacles. Four of Swords. Three of Cups. Six of Cups and the Four of Pentacles. Oh, ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, so what's with this clinging on to the past, Virgo? Careful with that. So I feel like in your heart space, there is this desire here to put forth some effort, right? To heal things and to see things come together. Maybe because you have a past with this person, or maybe because you're stuck on them for whatever reason. But it could also be a sense of like clinging to the past, hoping for things to reconcile, and like you're quietly waiting for that. So there's two different ways I can read this. I feel a sense of hopefulness here. I feel a sense of things actually coming together. But it's interesting to me that you're holding so tightly at the same time to like a memory of something, or the past, or I also got some of you memory, or that's all you got, or it's definitely not all you got, but somebody's feeling that way, like all I've got is memories or something like that. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Careful with that. That's a little bit of woe is me type of energy. Although, you know, I get it. It could feel like, okay, but all I have is those fond memories, or you like hold on, or you cherish old memories, and that's not bad. That's all right. Just as long as you don't think that the past is better than what your future has in store for you. Because if so, there's a big gap you need to fill there. And that gap may create misery if you don't pay attention. Nothing you've ever lived is better than what you're about to live. And how do you know that's true? Because if you think that thought long enough, you'll start to feel through your emotions negative emotion. And that's because you're pointed in a direction your soul would never encourage you to do. Your soul does not encourage you to look back. It is not looking back. It is only here now, looking forward with you. So let's see this person. 5 of Pentacles. Whoa. 10 of Pentacles. This person feels left out for some reason. Knight of Wands. And I also heard, but they don't want to participate. It's almost like, you know, it's like, gosh, I feel left out. And then somebody invites you out and then you're like, ew, no, you know. I'm not saying like it could be as literal as that. Like this person could be someone who's like always complaining that they're left out, but then they never participate and they never show up, so it doesn't matter. You know, like just saying it's a random message, but that's what came through. Yeah, sometimes they're the cause of their own misery, okay? I feel like what this person really desires, though, is to fit in, is to belong, is to feel safe, secure, stable, to have more fun. You know, they want to see that the hard work that they've put into their life is going to give them more. You know, like this person wants to only invest in things that are going to net them more. Like they want growth right now. But sometimes the one thing that's missing from the equation is them not being there for themselves, you know, or the sense of missing out. It's weird. So let's go into the most likely future outcome then and see what that's about. Knight of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. Whoa, we got a little mini book here. So some of you you see all these pentacles and then this guy's kind of holding on to his pentacle. It's like you're questioning whether you want to contribute to this, like whether you want to give your time and effort to continue to build a foundation here. Some of you feel like it was your time and effort that built the foundation to begin with. And then I'm just going to read this as it came out. But there is movement forward here, and you are pointed in the right direction, just as long as you don't get in your own way. And this is definitely you getting in your own way. It's like trying to conjure up what's next, but not in a healthy way, overthinking it, worrying about it, fearful thoughts, letting yourself get stressed out, letting yourself get overwhelmed. And that's what's preventing you, I think, from really feeling as good as you can feel. There's hesitancy here, Virgo, and it's because you've got a mixed bag. And I would say, and this was in the spiritual reading, that you need to sort that out before you communicate, before you take any sort of action, right? Because there's too much messiness here, there's too much fogginess here for you to truly have that clarity, right? And so if you try to push through this energy without that clarity, you're going to make a mess of things. Oh, there's a card hiding. Oh, there's Scorpio energy for some of you. And it's going to create an ending or a change. So listen to your emotions. When it's feeling like it's going off the rails, not the time to take action. Not the time to make changes. When it feels more like support, clarity, and love, make changes, take action, communicate. You got to know how to direct your own vehicle, Virgo, and your compass is your emotions. They're going to let you know what direction you're ready to head towards. Are you headed towards the edge of the road, the rumble strips, and into the ditch? Your emotions will let you know. It will feel awful. Or are you headed, in the right lane, in the fast lane, the sun is shining and there's no traffic? Your emotions will let you know. It will feel good. Gotta pay attention. This is about, yes, this connection, but what it's mostly about is you learning how to follow your own intuition and really honor it. Let's see this person's most likely outcome then. Justice. Page of Swords, Four of Swords, and the Empress. So, see, now this person is trying to stay balanced. Really, almost all of their cards are positive. So I feel like this person has positive intentions, whether it's for you or the connection. I honestly feel like all of the all of the questioning and the maybe negativity is coming from your end, Virgo. Don't be mad at me for saying that. Now, I'm not on one side or the other. I'm just telling you how I feel. I feel like a lot of the negative energy is stemming from the way that you're thinking about this. And maybe you have reason, you know, I'm not saying you don't, but I'm just saying that that's what I feel. But of course it's a general read, so it could be vice versa. I feel like you're the one with the most doubt. Okay. Or questioning or whatever. This person is more clear in their energy. They definitely want balance. They want peace. They have a wish fulfillment that they're looking to attain. They're wanting to invest their time and energy into things that feel secure and stable. They see you in a positive light, whether you see them in a positive light or not. There's a sense of loyalty here. There's a sense of wanting to help, okay, if it's appreciated. I feel like this person is learning. They're definitely learning, and what they're actually learning is how to take better care of themselves without it being about somebody else. And you're over here learning about your emotional guidance system. So, I feel like this person ultimately wants some sort of compromise here. Okay. So let's see what the guidance has to say. Ah, goodness. Guidance. Whoa. I can't get the darn card off the floor because my nails are too long. I'm going to get my nails fixed today. Look at these suckers. That's way too long for me. I can't stand it. Anyways. Okay, here's your guidance. Others' opinions are less important than my emotional guidance system. Again, I was just talking about this, right? It said, you did not intend to use the opinion of others to measure against your beliefs, desires, or actions in order to determine the appropriateness of them. Instead, you knew and still remembered long after you were born that it was the relationship between the opinion of the source within you and your current thoughts in any moment that would offer you the perfect guidance in the form of your emotional responses. Yes, yes, amen, all day, yes. This is exactly what I was talking about. This is the part you're learning. It's not about other people's opinions or what they're up to and what they're not up to that matter the most. What matters the most is understanding how you feel and why you feel the way that you feel. Your emotions are a response to your thoughts. The more negative the emotion that corresponds with the thought, the more that you can trust that that thought, whatever it is, does not serve you. The more positive the emotion is while you're thinking a thought will let you know that that thought process is serving you. And this is how you discern what's your path of least resistance versus the path of most resistance, because you'll feel it all along the way. This is your guidance. It was naturally built into you. It is part of your nature, and it is how your higher self communicates to you. Pay attention, Virgo. Nothing matters more than how you feel. All right. So, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Woo! Not sure I needed that last woo at the end, but we went all the way. All the way. Okay. All right. Zodiac signs you may be connecting with or having your own chart. Scorpio. Some of you definitely dealing with Scorpio. But I also have Libra. I have Taurus. I have Aries. I have Aquarius. Cancer. Aries, Leo. And those are the predominant signs I'm seeing. To keep in mind, it is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on future videos. Also, check me out on Facebook and Instagram. I just went live on Facebook a few days ago just for fun. You could check it out. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of all of my social media accounts. All of it linked in the description box as well as in the about box, where you can also find the donation link. If you'd like to donate, you can do so there. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very, very best. And until next time, my friends, namaste.